So, as we know, convocation that we had was good for the past 3 days.
Definitely.
Loads of people got touched. It wasn't an ordinary touch. It was a touch of that, that a change. There was that sort of change in their hearts that they wanted to make. Is there anything you would encourage the young people with? Because we've heard so much.
Yeah.
Anything you would encourage?
Being in church is one thing, like, because you have the choir singing, the musicians, the ministers and preachers around you, everyone, getting as spiritual as they can with God. But the main test is that when all the music stops, the choir stops singing, and there's no preachers, when you go back to college and there's none of that around you, can you maintain it yourself? So, in simple words, it's not about being in church.
Yeah.
Because not every day, it's not Monday to Sunday we're going to be in church, but Monday to Sunday we can have church in us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I like what you said about maintaining. We have to maintain Christ within us, but how would we maintain that? Because, like you said, when we go to college, sometimes we're not around people like us. So how do we do that? For me, what I would do, I would listen to music. I'll just listen to music. Because sometimes you're not going to feel comfortable walking to college with a Bible, let's be real.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to use what you have, you know what I'm saying? So how would you...
How would I maintain?
Yeah.
I think what it is that even the night I got saved, truly got saved, when I got back to my feet, I felt the devil whispering like doubts to me. Like, oh, this is pointless. Next week comes and you go back to college, you're just going to go back to your old ways. There's no point. But I realized the devil won't, like, if the devil doesn't go for the people in the world, he always attacks the church. People in the world, he's got them already.
Yeah.
So I think it's the fact that when you have faith in God, no matter, because the devil's not just going to sit back and make sure we spiritually progress. He's going to always want to attack us.
Yeah.
But if we build like our foundation on faith on God, then whatever the devil whispers to you, whatever doubts you're feeling, even if the desire for God even drops, if the faith in God,
Plus we have to be there as we need to be together in terms of church brothers and sisters encouraging each other to stand. Because usually sometimes the only time we encourage each other is when we're in church or on a Sunday, and we have to, like I said yesterday, we can't be part-time believers. We have to be full-time believers. Which means is that we have to, wherever we go, we have to have God in our hearts. Wake up and pray. Okay, sometimes because you're busy, you might not have time to read the Word of God, but at least have Him on your mind and pray to Him at least. I was talking to someone yesterday on Facebook, and they were saying that sometimes to maintain what they received on Sunday, is hard, because when they go to college, it's going to be hard for them to say no to the people and just to battle the spiritual environment that they're in. But I was encouraging that, we have to stand together, we have to pray for each other.
Yeah. I think, being in church, you have brothers and sisters. Don't take that for granted, they're there for help, not, you see, in our army, we can't, if we're all fighting the same battle in the army, and one soldier falls down, you don't go around and kick the fallen soldier that's falling. You help them up, you pick them up. Sometimes that soldier may fall constantly over that same hurdle. We constantly pick him up, through the love of God. I think brothers and even sisters together, we need to be like tight, and have that relationship with each other. So whatever
the world are together in everything that they do.
Exactly.
I was watching, when you watch movies like Clash or war movies, and you see one of their own is weak and they're in the same army, but they kill their own, who's meant to be their friend. They kill them even though they're weak. But in God's army, we have to pick each other up.
That's why we
have to fight together.
Each soldier needs the love of God,
and each soldier is worth something.
Exactly.
It's worth something. Also, I liked what you said on Saturday. I think it was that he was baptized for 9 years, but saved for one day. I understand what you mean, but it's so emotional. It was so emotional, really. But I could see we were
anyone can be baptized. I mean, that baptized is the first step. That's a good thing, being baptized. So you took that first step. But then sometimes people think, okay, they run away with it. I'm baptized, I don't need to do anymore. You know, I got baptized in the pool, pastor baptized, yeah, I don't need to do anymore. There always needs to be progress. So being baptized, I've been baptized for 9 years. But the difference between baptized and saved now, baptized is the first step. Saved is, okay, now I'm baptized, I need to strip the flesh, I need to throw away all the sins I used to do, throw away all the music, and just surrender to God, you know, put my whole life in God's hands.
What would you say being saved is? Because baptized is dropping the old man.
But baptized is just the first step. That's just going in the pool. Okay, God, I'm ready. But saved now is when you're asking God to take control of your life.
Would you say that's the kind of the spiritual baptism?
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
But baptism is the burial of the flesh.
Yeah.
Now, saved now is when you're just giving everything to God. Now you're just like, God, just use me. You know.
Yeah, totally surrendered.
Totally surrendering. And you know, you're not doing what you used to do anymore. There's old sins. You've moved on totally. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. So now that we've got the blessings and we've got God inside of us, what can we now do to move on and to keep that connection, to keep not also connection with God, but connection with our brothers and sisters in Luton, Bedford, Harrow, and Halton. How
I think we need to pray for God for unity. I mean, there's many churches in England. Let's just confirm first. We're all worshiping the same God.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that our churches are on different titles. Like we have RF, Beulah, Bethel, Kojic, but we're worshiping the same God. Now, if we're worshiping the same God, we're all fighting for the same cause. Why can't we work together? Not just because the name of our church is different. That's what we need to do. Pray for unity. I mean, even in our own churches, like praying for unity, like the love of the brothers are together, this togetherness. And the way we can get togetherness is praying for unity, you know, regularly checking up, you know, how you're doing, just like simple texts like keep strong, you know, conversations with each other. Yeah, and not the only reason why relationships die is because there's no conversation, there's no ongoing talking.
Yeah,
sometimes you just talk and they leave it for 3 months, but in that 3 months it dies down. But if we like be consistent with, you know, talking with each other, praying for unity, you know, that kind of thing.
I like that. So I just want to encourage you guys who are watching this that whatever you're going through, you know, talk to each other, talk to your Christian mates, and you know, because there's going to be times where people in the world can't help you, and you got to have a relationship with God, and also you got to have a relationship with your Christian mates, because your Christian mates also have a relationship with God. In other words, that you will have that good connection. You get me?
Yeah.
So
I would last week I used to, you know, no one's perfect. I came out of it. I was going to encourage like young people even watching this stuff. If I can step out of my sins, if I could step out, okay, no more listening to those kind of music that I used to listen to, no more going out to those wrong places. If I can do it, you may feel that you can't do it, but the reason why you feel you can't do it because you're bound. You know, there's chains on you that the devil's been put on. But you know, if I can step out, you can do it as well, and just surrender to God. You know, there's no, definitely.